Shine on like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied.
Welcome back to Bilingual Health and Wealth Academy.
Yeah.
Today we're diving deep into The Creative Genius by Dr. Shu Chen Hou.
Oh,
Pronounced Dr. Hou.
Dr. Hou.
I was struck by her background. She started in science, but transitioned into writing music composition.
Wow.
And even founded Coco Shongsan Ltd.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a creative leap.
It really highlights the core message of the book.
Yeah.
Creativity isn't limited to artists or musicians.
Right.
Dr. Hou argues it's a skill we all possess.
Yeah.
Applicable in every field, from designing experiments to building a successful business like she did.
Okay, let's unpack this universality of creativity idea.
Okay.
Dr. Ho gives some interesting examples in the book, right?
Absolutely. She talks about scientists crafting innovative experiments, architects pushing boundaries with their structures, even chefs creating culinary masterpieces. What's fascinating is how she links these seemingly disparate fields through the lens of creative problem solving.
Yeah.
It's not just about artistic expression.
Right.
It's about finding novel solutions no matter the challenge.
So thinking about you listening right now,
Yes.
what's your field?
Yeah.
And where do you see that creative spark showing up in your daily work? Take a moment to ponder that. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Ho does touch on the science behind creativity, the brain stuff. But thankfully, it doesn't get too overwhelming.
Right. She keeps it high level.
Right.
Focusing on how understanding the brain's role in creativity empowers us.
Yeah.
It's about demystifying the process. Instead of thinking of creativity as this magical, unpredictable force, we start to see it as a skill we can actually hone and develop.
Which brings us to what I found really interesting.
Yes.
Dr. Ho's 3 pillars for nurturing creativity.
Okay.
Courage, open-mindedness,
Yeah.
and continuous learning.
Right.
Almost like leveling up in a video game.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Courage to overcome that fear of judgment.
Right.
And actually put our ideas out there. Open-mindedness to embrace new perspectives.
Yeah.
And see possibilities where others might not. And continuous learning to keep our creative wellspring, as she calls it, overflowing with fresh inspiration.
I'm curious, for you listening, which of these pillars resonates most strongly?
Yeah.
And which might you want to focus on developing further?
Right.
Now, one of the most impactful parts of the book, at least for me, was the 5 stages of the creative process.
Okay.
It really helped me understand the flow, the journey from an initial spark to finished product.
This is where Dr. Ho's scientific background shines through.
Yeah.
She breaks down the seemingly mysterious creative process into manageable stages: preparation, incubation, illumination, verification, and implementation.
And she uses a really compelling story to illustrate this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The story of Sarah, a young artist struggling with self-doubt and perfectionism. Through these 5 stages, Sarah not only creates incredible art, but also discovers her unique voice. It's a powerful reminder that we all go through this process, even if we're not consciously aware of it.
Thinking back on your own experiences, can you identify times you went through these stages, maybe that work project, or even just figuring out a tricky situation?
Yeah.
It's fascinating to see the pattern, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, we all know the creative path isn't always smooth sailing.
Right.
Dr. Ho doesn't shy away from the fact that creative blocks are a universal experience.
Right.
Okay.
She outlines some of the most common culprits: fear of failure, which we've touched on.
Right.
The dreaded perfectionism.
Yeah.
Constantly comparing ourselves to others.
Right.
Burnout.
Right.
And even boredom. Each can be a major roadblock. But what's great is she offers strategies to deal with each one.
Be honest. Which block trips you up the most? I know for me, it's that fear of failure. That voice saying, what if it's not good enough?
I hear you. For me, it's probably perfectionism.
Yeah.
That need to have every detail just so can really stall a project.
Yeah.
But Dr. Hou emphasizes that embracing imperfection is actually key to the creative process.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
Without taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them, we can't truly grow, right?
Exactly.
Now, one topic that Dr. Hou briefly touches on is collaboration in creative work.
She highlights both the incredible benefits, like the synergy of different minds coming together, and the potential pitfalls. It's a reminder that collaboration, while powerful, requires careful navigation, clear communication, respect for each individual's contribution.
So much to think about. We've covered a lot of ground, but honestly, we've only scratched the surface of what Dr. Hou explores in The Creative Genius.
Absolutely.
But before we dive into the next part, I'm curious, how can you apply these principles, especially those 5 stages of the creative process, to a current challenge or project you're facing?
Yeah.
Take a moment to reflect on that.
Yeah.
It might just spark a new approach.
Absolutely. Welcome back to our deep dive into The Creative Genius. We've been exploring Dr. Hou's insightful framework for unlocking creative potential, and I'm eager to dig deeper into some of the specific strategies she outlines.
Me too. Last time we talked about those pesky creative blocks, and I know that resonated with a lot of listeners. But Dr. Hou doesn't just leave us hanging with the problem, right? She offers some really concrete ways to combat those blocks and reignite that creative spark.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is that many of her suggestions aren't about forcing creativity, but about creating the right conditions for it to flourish. For example, she emphasizes the importance of nurturing curiosity.
Curiosity. It sounds almost too simple.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But think about it. When we're genuinely curious about something, we're naturally drawn to explore it, to ask questions, to experiment. That's where the seeds of creativity are sown. Dr. Hou encourages us to actively seek out new experiences, to step outside our comfort zones and to embrace the unknown.
So it's about feeding our minds with fresh input, new perspectives, almost like adding spices to a recipe.
Exactly. It's about breaking free from routine and embracing a spirit of exploration. Dr. Hou even suggests things like traveling to new places, trying different cuisines, or even just taking a different route to work each day. It's about disrupting our habitual thinking patterns and opening ourselves up to unexpected inspiration.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, another strategy that stood out to me was the power of play. It feels almost counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't we be serious and disciplined when we're trying to be creative?
That's a common misconception. Dr. Hou argues that playfulness is essential for creativity. When we allow ourselves to experiment without judgment, to have fun with ideas, and to let go of the need for perfection, we tap into a more free-flowing and innovative mindset.
So it's about giving ourselves permission to be a little silly.
Yeah.
A little childlike, even.
Precisely. Think about children. They're natural-born creators. They haven't yet developed those self-imposed limitations and fears that can stifle our creativity as adults. Dr. Hou encourages us to reconnect with that playful spirit, to embrace spontaneity, and to see the world through fresh eyes.
It reminds me of something Picasso said. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up.
Exactly. And I think Dr. Hou's book offers a roadmap for doing just that. She provides practical techniques for incorporating play into our creative process, whether it's through brainstorming games, free writing exercises, or simply taking time to daydream and let our imaginations run wild.
Now, another strategy that resonated with me was the importance of solitude. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel like we need to be constantly engaged, constantly collaborating. But Dr. Hou reminds us that solitude can be incredibly valuable for the creative process.
Absolutely. She talks about the need for incubation time, those periods where we step away from active problem solving and allow our subconscious minds to process information and make connections. Solitude provides the space for those aha moments to emerge.
So it's not about being antisocial.
No.
But about giving ourselves the mental space to really let those creative ideas simmer.
Exactly. Dr. Hou suggests things like taking walks in nature, meditating, or simply carving out time for quiet reflection. It's about disconnecting from the external noise and distractions and tuning into our own inner wisdom.
I think that's something a lot of us could benefit from.
Yes.
Especially in our fast-paced, always-on culture.
Yes.
Now, one final strategy that I found really intriguing was Dr. Hou's emphasis on embracing constraints.
Yes. It seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
We often think of constraints as limitations, but Dr. Hou argues that they can actually fuel creativity.
So it's like necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly. When we're faced with limitations,
right,
whether it's a tight deadline, a limited budget, or a specific set of requirements, we're forced to think outside the box and come up with innovative solutions.
It's like that saying, creativity loves a good challenge.
Precisely. Dr. Hou provides several examples of how constraints have actually led to some of the most groundbreaking creative breakthroughs.
Oh, wow.
For instance, she talks about how the limitations of early computer graphics actually forced designers to be more inventive and resourceful, leading to some of the most iconic video game visuals of all time.
That's fascinating. It makes you wonder if we sometimes create our own limitations by assuming we need unlimited resources or freedom in order to be truly creative.
It's a thought-provoking idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps embracing constraints rather than resisting them could unlock a whole new level of creative potential.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
So we've explored some of Dr. Hou's key strategies for cultivating creativity.
Right.
But she goes even deeper, right? She delves into the importance of mindset.
Yes.
And how our beliefs about ourselves and our abilities
can impact our creative output.
Absolutely. Dr. Hou emphasizes the importance of cultivating a growth mindset.
Okay.
The belief that our abilities are not fixed, but can be developed through effort and learning.
So it's not about being born with a creative gene,
right,
but about believing that we can actually become more creative over time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dr. Hou cites research that shows how people with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and ultimately achieve greater creative success.
That's encouraging. It means that even if we don't currently consider ourselves to be creative types, we can still develop those skills and tap into that potential.
Precisely. And Dr. Hou offers practical tips for shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, emphasizing the importance of self-compassion, celebrating small victories, and viewing mistakes as opportunities for learning. Now, one final point that really resonated with me was Dr. Hou's discussion of the importance of finding our own creative voice.
Yes. She talks about how true creativity is not about imitation, but about expressing our unique perspective and vision.
So it's about finding what makes our work distinctly us.
Right, exactly. Dr. Hou encourages us to explore our passions, to experiment with different mediums and styles, and to trust our own intuition.
And to not be afraid to stand out, to be different.
Absolutely. It's about embracing our individuality and letting that shine through in our creative work.
So much food for thought. We've covered a lot of ground in this section.
Yes, we have.
Exploring Dr. Hou's insights on everything from cultivating curiosity to embracing constraints to finding our creative voice.
Yeah.
But there's still so much more to uncover in her book.
Indeed. And in our final part, we'll delve into some of the more nuanced aspects of the creative process, like dealing with criticism, staying motivated, and nurturing a lifelong love of learning.
I'm excited to explore those topics further.
Yeah, me too.
But before we move on,
I
want to leave our listeners with a question. What's one small step you can take today to incorporate one of Dr. Hou's strategies to your own life? Whether it's taking a walk in nature, engaging in a playful activity, or simply carving out some time for solitude. Remember that nurturing your creativity is a journey. And every step counts. Welcome back to our deep dive into the creative genius.
Yes.
We've been exploring Dr. Hou's insightful framework for unlocking creative potential. And in this final part, I'm eager to explore one of the most challenging yet rewarding aspects of the creative journey.
Absolutely.
Sharing our work with the world.
It's a vulnerable act, isn't it? Putting our heart and soul out there for others to see and judge. Dr. Hou acknowledges this fear, but also emphasizes that sharing our work is crucial for growth and connection.
She reminds us that creativity thrives in community.
Exactly.
It's not meant to be a solitary pursuit hidden away in a drawer.
Dr. Hou encourages us to find supportive communities, whether it's a writing group, an art collective, or even an online forum, where we can share our work, receive constructive feedback, and learn from others.
And she also offers guidance on how to handle criticism.
Yeah.
Which can be tough.
Right.
Especially when we're feeling vulnerable about our creations.
She suggests focusing on the feedback that resonates with us, that helps us see our work in new ways.
Yeah.
Even if it's not always positive.
Right.
It's about separating the personal from the constructive.
Okay.
And using criticism as a tool for growth.
So it's about developing a thick skin.
Yeah.
But also being discerning about which feedback we take to heart.
Exactly.
Dr. Hou also talks about the importance of staying motivated, right?
Right.
Because, let's be honest, the creative journey can be a roller coaster with highs and lows, moments of inspiration, and times when we feel completely stuck.
Absolutely. Dr. Hou reminds us that motivation is not a constant.
Yeah.
It ebbs and flows.
Right.
She suggests creating rituals and routines that help us stay on track.
Okay.
Even when inspiration is elusive.
So things like setting aside dedicated time for creative work.
Yes.
Establishing a workspace that inspires us. Or even having a creative buddy to hold us accountable.
Exactly. And she also emphasizes the importance of celebrating small wins along the way.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of the finished product.
Right.
But recognizing and appreciating our progress, even in small increments, can fuel our motivation and keep us moving forward.
Now, one final thing that runs throughout Dr. Hou's book is the idea of creativity as a lifelong journey.
Yes.
A process of continuous learning and growth.
She challenges us to remain curious, to never stop exploring, and to always be open to new ideas and perspectives.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating a beginner's mind, that sense of wonder and openness that allows us to see the world with fresh eyes.
It's about embracing the joy of discovery, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And recognizing that the creative process itself is the reward, not just the end product.
Precisely. Dr. Hou encourages us to view our creative work as a form of self-expression, a way to connect with ourselves and with others, and a source of joy and fulfillment that can enrich our lives in countless ways.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the creative genius, I want to leave you with a final thought from Dr. Hou.
Yes.
She says, creativity is not a destination, but a journey. Embrace the twists and turns, the challenges and triumphs, and never stop exploring the boundless possibilities that lie within you.
And don't forget, if you're looking for more resources and inspiration to fuel your creative journey, be sure to visit kokoshingsan.net.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the creative genius.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and a renewed sense of inspiration to unleash your own creative potential.
YouTube shares a portion of the ad revenue.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you're creating content, building an audience, and potentially getting paid for it.
And the income can continue to flow even if you're not creating new content every day.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think it's important to mention that, while these options require minimal upfront investment, they still take work.
Oh, for sure.
And dedication.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Right.
And Dr. Hou emphasizes that. It takes work to grow an audience, create quality content, market your products and services, and that's where that passive income mindset comes in again.
The patience, the willingness to learn, understanding that this is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's it. It's about building something sustainable.
Not a quick fix.
Yeah.
Speaking of sustainable, let's go back to digital products for a second.
Okay.
I'm really fascinated by this whole model.
Yeah.
What makes it so appealing for someone looking to build lasting income?
Well, one of the most interesting things is how scalable it is.
Okay.
You create the product once, and you can sell it an unlimited number of times, and no additional production or shipping costs.
Wow, okay.
Totally different from physical products.
Yeah.
Where every unit you sell has additional expenses.
Okay, I'm seeing the appeal here. So you create this asset once, and it keeps generating income.
Potentially forever?
Potentially forever.
Wow.
But with so many different types of digital products, how do you even choose?
Well, Dr. Hou breaks it down into some popular categories.
Okay, good.
So ebooks, those are great for sharing knowledge, expertise in a detailed format. Think of it like writing your own book.
Without having to go through the publishing process.
Exactly. Then there are templates.
Okay.
So these are pre-designed, customizable documents.
Yeah.
Things like resumes, social media posts, presentations.
Those are great. Time savers.
Yeah, super handy.
Problem solvers. What other types are there?
Printables are popular too.
Printables, okay.
So these are digital files that customers can print at home.
Got it.
Things like planners, calendars, worksheets, even artwork. They're affordable, convenient, and you don't need advanced design skills to create them.
And then there's online courses.
Oh yeah, of course. A great way to share your expertise, build a community around what you know.
It feels like a really powerful way to make an impact and generate passive income at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
But creating one seems like a big project.
It is a big project, but Dr. Hou lays out a very clear step-by-step process in the book.
Okay, good.
You start by validating your idea, making sure there's a demand.
You do your research.
Exactly. Yeah. And then plan the content, structure it into modules, record video lessons, create supplemental materials.
Wow, okay. A very well-structured process.
Oh.
But then once the course is created, how do you actually get people to sign up?
Marketing.
Marketing, right.
That's right. And the book covers a whole range of strategies for that.
Okay.
Building an audience before you launch, content marketing, paid ads.
So many moving parts.
It's like a whole business in itself.
It really is.
But the rewards can be huge. Imagine reaching thousands of students, generating passive income from course sales.
Wow.
And once it's created, it's largely self-sustaining. You might need to update content or answer questions.
Yeah, keep it fresh.
But the bulk of the work is done.
Okay. I'm definitely seeing the passive element now.
Yeah.
But how do you ensure that your digital product continues to sell over time? What about sustainability?
Well, that's where those sustainable sales tips we talked about earlier come in.
Oh, yeah.
Updating content, automating marketing, showcasing testimonials.
Testimonials are like gold.
Oh, they're so important.
Yeah, build trust. And automation is just smart.
Absolutely. And with digital products, automation can be super powerful.
Oh, yeah. How so?
You can set up automated emails to nurture leads, promote products, even deliver them after purchase. It's like having a virtual sales team working 24/7.
That is passive income.
That's it.
Okay, but with all these options, digital products, affiliate marketing, YouTube, how do you know which one is the right fit?
That's where that skills inventory is so important.
Okay.
Aligning your talents and interests with an income stream that feels good, A&D is sustainable.
Right. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Exactly.
It should be something you're excited about.
Something that uses your passions. And the beauty of passive income is that it lets you design a lifestyle that reflects those passions. Freedom and flexibility.
Time.
The ability to spend your time doing what matters to you.
It's like that quote from the book. Passive income is not just about financial gain, but also about creating a lifestyle that supports your personal and financial goals. It's about aligning your money with your values.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it really puts you in control. You choose the path that works for your skills, your interests, your values.
It strikes me that this whole conversation is about freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to pursue your passions. And freedom from financial stress.
Right. It's about taking back your time and energy.
Yeah.
And focusing it on things that bring you joy. Things that matter to you.
And I think that message will definitely resonate with our listener. Now, before we wrap up this incredible deep dive,
I
want to touch on something that's been on my mind.
All right.
We've been talking about all these different passive income streams, but how do you manage it all?
That's a good question.
It seems like it could get overwhelming.
It can, and Dr. Hou actually addresses that in the book.
Oh, good.
She talks about the importance of diversification, not just in terms of income streams, but also within each asset class.
So, for example, if you're investing in real estate, you wouldn't put all your money into one property.
Exactly. You'd spread it out.
Different types of property.
Different locations,
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the same principle applies to other passive income streams.
Yep. Digital products, affiliate marketing, same idea.
So if you're creating digital products, don't just focus on ebooks.
Right. Try courses, templates, printables.
If you're doing affiliate marketing, partner with a few different companies.
Exactly.
Diversification, spreading the risk, building a more stable foundation.
Yep.
Okay. But this brings up a question for me. How do you know when to diversify?
Good question. There's no magic formula, but the book has some good guidelines.
Okay.
It's about evaluating your portfolio, seeing how each income stream is performing,
Right.
making adjustments along the way.
So it's an ongoing process Always learning, adapting.
Keeping things dynamic. And as you gain experience and your income grows, you can start scaling your investments too.
Oh yeah, scaling, that's where the real magic happens.
It can be really exciting, but you have to scale strategically.
Okay.
Dr. Hou has this framework that focuses on gradual growth, careful planning, and, you guessed it, diversification.
Diversification.
It's not about jumping at every opportunity.
Right. It's about thoughtful choices.
Yeah, building a vision for financial freedom and a fulfilling life.
And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree. It's been great exploring wealth in your sleep with you.
Yeah, really insightful. And for our listener, you can find Dr. Hou's book and more resources at gokushungsan.net. So, what one small step will you take today to start building your passive income future?
Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise. In the darkest night, stars still light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force, don't you ever give up. Take a stand, make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on, like a diamond in the sky. Reach high and let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. Shine on, you were born to light up the night. In the depths of the night, when shadows try to dim your glow, remember you're a beacon, a guiding light. The stars echo, hold on to hope. Let it fuel your burning desire. For in every challenge lies the spark of a brighter fire. So when the journey gets tough and the road seems long, just close your eyes, hear the chorus and carry on strong. With each step, with each breath, let your brilliance ignite. For you, my friend, were meant to shine on through the night. Just chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise. In the darkest night, stars to light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on, like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. Shine on, you were born to light up the night. Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise. In the darkest night, stars to light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on, like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. You were born to light up the night. Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise in the darkest night. Stars to light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. You were born to light up the night. Shine on, you were born to light up the night. Shine on, like the spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. Shine on you, you were born to light up the night. In the depths of the night, when shadows try to dim your door, remember you're a beacon, a guiding light of stars echo. Hold on to hope, let it fuel your burning desire. For in every challenge lies the spark of a brighter fire. So when the journey gets tough and the road seems long, just close your eyes, hear the chorus and carry on strong. With each step, with each breath, let your brilliance ignite. For you, my friend, were meant to shine on through.